What is up, guys? Welcome back to JoJo Cho MTG. And today we're doing another deck tech. We're going to be doing a Johnny Knuckle Pereira. We're going a cat-themed deck today. The reason why we're doing a cat-themed deck is because today, or not necessarily today, but this month is the same month where I actually adopted both of my beautiful babies. And so in honor of that, I'm making a cat-themed deck to represent their lioness that's, all bottled up inside all of our cats. Now I'm going to show you some pictures here of my two little babies. Now got these guys from a shelter downtown Spokane area where I'm from, and they were originally found chained up to some rose bushes as little babies in the middle of like the side of the road. It was horrible from what the pictures and everything like that described to me over at the vet. Now and so I was lucky enough to be able to go to the adoption center, find these two beautiful boys, and bring them home with me and give them, something much better. Now they hate going outside, so stuck, caring for them all the time. Anyways, back to the deck tech though. We're gonna break it down a little bit, show you how it plays, and yeah, we'll have some fun. So to start here, we got a Johnny Nakato Pariah, I think is how you pronounce that. When it enters, you create a 2/1 cat warrior creature token. Whenever one or more other cats die, you may exile Johnny, then return him to the battlefield transformed under your control. Now he comes back as a planeswalker with 3 counters on him automatically. His +2 ability is to put a +1/+1 counter on each cat I control. So the more cats I have, the bigger they are. It's great. His 0 abilities create a 2/1 cat warrior creature token. When you do, if you control a red permanent other than a Johnny, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to any target. So, again, more cats, better damage. Now, his last -4 abilities, each opponent chooses an artifact, a creature, enchantment, and a planeswalker from among the non-land permanents they control, then sacrifice the rest. This is a great field wipe. Not necessarily something that we want to use unless we're in a dire situation, but it does allow us to keep one of each of the things that we have, including himself, to protect, and then everything else has to be sacrificed from our opponents and for us. So, oh, actually, no, it just says each opponent. So, perfect. It doesn't even affect us whatsoever. So this, great board wipe, great field control, all around great, amazing commander. So we're going to play him out here. I'll break it down a little bit, a few of the cards here. So, of course, we've got a few of the 1-drops. One thing that cats love is equipments in Magic the Gathering. So we do have some equipments here that are based around... I didn't grab too many, but I just grabbed a few that would complement the deck. So we got Basilisk Collar for that lifelink Death Touch. Death Touch is not something you ever see on white cards mostly, or red very often. So Death Touch is great to throw on any one of our cats. We got Trample Lifelink, of course, and it removes Hexproof from our opponents. We have a few kill spells, of course, as 1-drop white. You gotta get the Path, the Swords, the Bolt. So, a few great options there. We do have some Lifelink to gain from a Johnny's Welcome. And our 2-drops, of course, is where the most cards are and the most cats you're going to see throughout the deck. So, every creature in this deck is a cat creature. So, to keep on theme, of course. We got a Johnny's Pridemate. We got Oracle Pride, of course. We got our Defecation, which helps us protect our Johnny. We have Lion Stash, which is a card, an equipment, and a cat, so it works for both ways. A few other things like Swiftfoot Boots, of course, Mirror Shield, the only 2 equipments that actually give our creatures hexproof, so we definitely want those. In our 3-drops here, we do make a lot of tokens, cat tokens, so Caretaker's Talon's perfect. We got King of the Pride to buff our other cats. We got Shared Anonymity, so each creature I control that attacks gets +1/+0 for until a turn for each attacking creature that shares a type with it. So if I attack with 5 cats, all 5 cats get +5/+0. Very good in a creature-based deck for red. Some more equipment here. We got the 2-handed axe for that double strike. We got Sword of Fire and Ice is the only sword I actually put in here only because it draws me a card. It deals damage to whatever target I want, but the main thing is protection from blue and red, which is actually a lot of the removal that we're going to have to deal with. So this protects them from that, which is great. We do have a couple other creatures that are considered like shapeshifters, so they technically are considered a cat, so I definitely threw them in here to help buff the other cats we have in the deck. Then to keep this short, moving forward here, we got a couple of the other War Leader here. We got a Johnny. I threw every Johnny Planeswalker that there is out on MTG Arena into the deck here to kind of complement the deck as well as kind of you know, it's a Johnny-based cats. You get the picture. Anyways, we don't have a lot of high tier costing spells, so we got Vanquisher Banner to get buff our creatures and draw cards for the creature type. We got some Rigo Cathar, Cathar's Crusade, of course, which is huge for creatures entering the battlefield. Another Ajani, of course. And then lastly, in our 6 drops here, of course, we got to have one field wipe. We got another Ajani to throw in there. And then we have our last equipment, which is the most high costing one, but it does give double strike and trample, which is huge. So that's pretty much the deck here. Let's see how it plays. Okay, let's do this. Spy Guy 191. He's got the mono white. His commander is going to allow him to put out more creatures as well as prevent me from casting spells or doing abilities on his turn. Not that big of a deal for our deck, though. I like this hand. We got 3 mana. We got 1 of each color, which is that we need, which is great. We have a few 2 drops and a 3 and a 4. I like that. I'm going to play Axgard Armory first. It's going to come in tapped. So that way next turn I can play a regular land and throw my commander out right away. Perks of having a 2-drop commander. Oh no, the 1 damage. We'll throw the red out because we want some red. Boom, we get a cat.
Nothing is more
See if he swings this time.
Family.
Next turn I'll probably throw out the Adaptive Automaton. It's probably going to be our best bet. Looks like he's got a human deck. Or soldier. Yeah. Oh, he picked soldier, so there we go. That's fine by me. Let's kill each other. Oh, yes. Let me make a dude. Okay. So the white out here. We just want to get some creatures out, again, to be blockers for him. So the Adaptive Automaton out. We're going to go with cat, of course. And then I will put out another cat, because I don't necessarily need to buff my guys. Just want some more blockers.
Lord, join our cause.
Okay, he's got his commander out. He's getting some life off that. I think it's whenever any creature attacks. Whenever... Oh, it's only him. Okay, so they're both going to be swinging at me. Totally fine. I'm actually going to block both of them. I don't care. I got more creatures in my hand that I can keep playing and throwing out. He might not necessarily have that option. So right now, I want to cast this for its mutate cost. I really do, but actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll get the Prowling out. I'll do another 0 cost to get another second blocker here. That way, if he does swing out with this Mural Shield, we can have 2 blockers. Oh, he's got 3-red flyer now. Ooh, it's going to make his 1/1s that he's putting out every time he attacks into 3/3s because of the counters that enter on it. So that's pretty strong. I'm glad that he swung out, though. Oh, he changed his mind. Okay, let's get the cat protection here. Got the landfall, of course, which is great. We're going to throw the mutate cost out. We're going to put it on the Prowling Fedar. Let's put it... We're going to do under. So he gets buffed because of that, and now probably should have put it on top. But that's fine though. We'll do the Hexproof Haste or Swiftfoot Boots, throw that out there, and then much as I want to buff each cat, he's gonna be able to. Actually, no, I need to buff each cat because he's gonna swing for 3/5 next turn. I need to make sure I got a way to keep my commander alive. If he only has the 3 damage, we should be fine. Okay, perfect. Buffing his creatures, he gets to pay 1 and draw, which is great for him. Mentor the Meek is great in his deck. He will swing for 4 this time. Again, not going to be able to kill my guy. I won't be able to do much but keep buffing cats, though, unfortunately. But, if we throw this guy out here, we can actually exile his creature, his flyer. Get rid of that, which is huge for us. Now he can't swing at us unless he can actually get around my creatures. Throw him out, and then we will equip the Hexproof Haste. We're not going to attack again. We want to make sure we got our blockers to keep our commander up. Okay, nice choice. Get the Heliod, get that lifelink on some of his creatures. If I can get this double strike on the Prowling Vidar, that's going to be huge. It'll have Vigilance, double strike, and yeah, that's just Vigilance and Hexproof and Haste. So, I mean, all those good options. Just the double strike alone will prevent him from actually coming after me, which is going to be huge. But this is kind of up to on a creature control. Let's just do one of my, or let's do the cat that's already buffed. We'll do first class first. Hold on. Let's see what this does. I think for Morden, I believe he makes a creature. Okay, he makes a red rebel. We're gonna do the fighter class. Next turn I can get it to 2. Give it the equip abilities toss 2 less. This will bring it down to 3, and I should be able to equip this to the Prowling next turn, which would be great. We can search for anyone we want, which as much as I would love to get Embercleave right now, I think putting out more creatures is going to be the better option. Yeah, we'll get the Helm. I think the Helm is so good at putting out so many more creatures for us to do. I'm going to buff my cats, because thick cats is what I like. Right, Timo? Are you a thick kitty? You big thick kitty? We're not going to swing. We want to keep our commander alive as a planeswalker because he has so much utility and good abilities for what he does. So we're just going to keep sitting on what we got. Okay, he's going to lifelink. He's in a swing probably. He might have a field wipe in his hand. That's probably could be why. Or he's just trying to get as many options as he can on the field. And that draws him a lot of cards every time he just pays 1. But we will kill his commander. Let's block with the 2/2 that we don't need. That's a double strike, so we'll hit twice, and then we can just do the 3/2. We're going to be equipping Bladehold to the Vidar anyways. Okay, so he's going to be able to block. Shoot on the flying first, and he would be able to swing out. I don't kill his commander, unfortunately, but, again, shoot on the flying, and he would have been able to just kill my commander. So the 2 soldier with this one. Okay. Fight creature gains double strikes on a turn. Not really care too much about that here. Let's throw that out. Go with cat. Boom. Quick abilities cost 2 less to cast, which is huge. Let's throw him onto there. Now we have a 6/8 double strike haste hexproof vigilance. That's huge. Huge, I tell you. Okay, let's put a counter on each of my guys. And we'll just, he has Vigilance. Now, we could just swing and he could block with a bunch of dudes. But again, we do have double strike. I want to, but if he really, really wanted to, he could just do a crap ton of chump blockers to kill my guy. And I don't want that. I want to keep my commander alive, because next turn I can do its 0 cost, or -4, and wipe a lot of his field. Okay. He's got a lot of creatures out, but that's not something we're worried about. I have a cat, remember? As long as you got a kitty, you ain't got to worry. Bring it on! Let's go! Come on. Swing him. Okay, lots of little dudes. That is not what I wanted to see. But, that's okay. We're going to kill this commander here. We'll block 2 of these guys. My commander will take 2 damage, unfortunately, so I won't be able to do the -4 this turn. But, we'll see what happens. We shall see. Boom. Okay. I'm not going to pay 3. You can draw a card. This should only cost, because it costs 2 less. 3, yep. Okay, so now return. That's not going to matter too much right now. In combat. Okay. Well, I want to do this. I'm going to be able to do 3 damage to a target here. I'm actually going to try... I need to get rid of some of his stuff that's buffing his guys. I can only do 3 damage because I only have 3 creatures. It's a good choice between Mimic or Esper Sentinel, but I don't have any non-creature stuff in my hand right now, so that one doesn't do too much to me. I'm actually going to get rid of Metallic Mimic so his guys stop coming in with a buttload of counters. Go to combat, I get another Vigilance guy, which is pretty huge. Now, the great thing about having these Vigilance guys is because they have the Landfall ability. And they come in with a copy, which means they copy the Mutate ability too. Which, again, not that big of a deal. We could pay 3 and mutate it if we want to. But right now, we just want that Landfall. They're going to grow. Okay. He's attacking with a lot of 3/3s towards my my commander. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to let my commander die. But we will take out as many of his soldiers along the way as we can. Just going to block there. And that'll be it. Just because I don't want it to take damage, you know? Yes, move him to the command zone. Okay. Get my commander out again. Put another cat. Let's buff all our cats here with this guy. He's going to give all of our cats +2/+1, which is pretty huge. Then, we can cast 2 more cats. Because of the 3-tree city allows us to get mana for each of the cats we control. We have a lot now. We're going to need another one. Now, I'm not going to attack again because he has a lot more creatures than I do still. So what we want to do is create up a good wall, and every time he's swinging out at me, I'm deleting a lot of his threats. Okay. He's trying to buff his commander right now, so that way he can probably try to swing out at me. But I still have a 10/10 Vigilance, Hexproof, Double Strike, Haste. That gets bigger with each land I play. I mean, I have a lot more options. Now, I don't have any cards in my hand, unfortunately, but I can do this next turn if I want to, and that way, if I do swing out, I can make it to one target creature can't be blocked this turn, or has to block if able, which means I can swing out with my Double Strike and force one of his creatures to block, which means I can kill the creature, basically. Okay, not what I necessarily didn't want another land, even though it does buff all of my dudes. I did want something, you know, with more value, but that's totally fine. What I can do here is actually do this land's ability. That will allow me to get an equipment and put it in my hand, any equipment I want. Now, we could go for the Double Strike Trample, which is great, but I think I want to get something with lifelink, or something that gives us more value, at least. Now, Death Touch Lifelink would be huge for a Double Strike, so we're going to do that, actually, and we can play it and equip it this turn, so then we'll be able to swing out. I don't know why I just didn't do that, but that's fine. If I did the land properly there, I could have cast this ability too. But, it's okay. We're going to do another copy of our guy, and then I'm just going to swing out with him. So since I'm attacking alone, Fighter class will trigger. Oh no, I don't have didn't target that ability yet. That's fine though. He might just block with a bunch of creatures, which I'm totally fine with getting rid of a lot of his creatures for it, but I do gain a bunch of life, so. Gain lifelink all you want, buddy. I'll just target that one first. He doesn't know I have Double Strike, apparently. Don't have Trample, though. But I still gain a bunch of life from that. Okay. So next turn, I'll do the attack alone ability on the enchantment. That way I can pick a creature of his that I want to kill and make him block. He's going to get a lot of creatures this turn, though. Because of Mural Shield. I don't think they enter with +1/+1 counter, but they still are going to be strong. Another thing it doesn't realize, I literally have a level double strike lifelink death touch now. Whatever I hit is going to die instantly. And I'm going to gain so much life from it. He's going to probably tap all of his mana right now just to get all the draw. But at least they're coming in as 2/2s and not 3/3s now. I am going to use my lifelink cat with the Embalm ability to block because I want him to die. That way I can transform my my commander this turn. Okay, skip. He's skipping. I don't know why he skipped all of those. I mean, he might have something he wants to play, but I would do, like, I'd get a full hand if I were him. Okay, so we're going to block the commander there. And then let's just get some life off this guy. It's got hexproof, buddy. Just ints his commander into me. Crazy. I gained so much life. Let's go. Transform. We got a transforming cat. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, that's fine. Damn. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get as much white as possible. Gonna attach the mutate onto our guy here. Go under. So that's huge. Get our embalming cat back. And then let's buff all of our cats for sure. Let's do the ability now. Okay. Now we can swing out with our guy. And then I make him block with his commander so he doesn't get a bunch of dudes next turn. Now he has to block with his commander. I mean, he could go ahead and block with all of his 2/2s if he wanted to as well and try to kill the creature. Like, he totally can up to do that, but he'd have to block. He'd have to be able to withstand 24 damage, pretty much. Which he might be able to do, actually, with all of his 2/2s. But I still will gain a lot of life. And because I have Death Touch, First Strike, or Double Strike, I can technically just do 1 damage to each of them and move on. Yep. No, we'll do him first. One damage to each of them. He doesn't understand how that works, apparently. It's pretty funny. To me, it's hilarious. Now, if he doesn't full swing this turn on my Planeswalker, I'm going to wipe his whole field. So he has to. But again, as you saw from his mistake that he made there of trying to block as many as he could to kill my guy, he didn't understand that he'd have to block with 24 creatures. Which he had enough to do it, I think, majority-wise, but still. He might make the same mistake again, though, and just not full swing on my commander. See, he's gonna surrender as soon as I do this. Lots of buffing.
I will cut you all
There we go.
down.
And that's how you win. Now, I would not suggest this deck as like you're gonna win every single time or you're gonna have a great time. It's more of a for fun kind of deck, a themed deck, and I do like playing themed decks mostly with other people because, you know, you can show off to your friends in real life or even on this game the cool decks that you kind of built around a certain theme. But it was still a lot of fun. As you can see, it still popped off there. I did play a few other games with it, and I definitely was getting my stuff pushed in, as you could say. And so it wasn't you're not going to win every single time with this kind of a deck, but it's still fun. I did this for my cats. The theme was great. I had a great time. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more content like this, please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. It really helps me out. I want to publish as many times as I can a week, but I need a bigger audience so I can get, have motivation, of course. That's the biggest struggle when it comes to this kind of stuff. It's just motivation. So, if you like this stuff, though, you can also check me out on my Twitch. I do stream on there a few times a week. I don't stream just MTG Arena, though. I do stream other games with my friends, so you can kind of, interact or hear, the BS in between friends. And I love to respond to chats. If you guys want to check us out, I'll be on tonight, of course, a little bit later. But yeah, come check us out. And then Jodocho MTG, just like the YouTube channel. I also have an Instagram and a TikTok where I post more personal stuff about my life and my cats. So if you want to see funny videos with the cats or just, more wholesome pictures with the cats on my Instagram, definitely check me out there, both under Jodocho MTG. And thanks for watching.
Jojo.